Oh my god, I'm alive again. Hey guys, it's Sapphire Bonet and welcome back to my Safi vlog. If you guys haven't already, please make sure you click on the subscribe button so you can see my face more often on your YouTube channel. As you all see, I am in a different setting. This is not permanent. I'm actually moving again. This past year, 2 years has been, I'm sure for a lot of people, a crazy roller coaster. So I'm not gonna get too much into that, but just know that I will be working hard to come out with more content as soon as possible. By next week, I should be in my new apartment. Ooh, I'm very excited for that. So make sure you guys are checking out for my new backsplash or whatever it is I'm gonna have in my apartment. But moving forward, word on the street, on the rainbow streets, is that you guys are looking to date. First and foremost, I do not know how qualified I am for this position, but I am putting myself as a dating counselor for the lesbians out there, mostly the ones starting out. This is going to be 5 tips for lesbian dating. Now, please do not take everything I say too seriously. Take it with a grain of salt because things work out differently in different places with different circumstances, different areas. It's not going to work for everybody, but these are 5 dating tips that I've learned from my own very young and very minimal amount of time in this life when it comes to dating, lesbian dating, anything that has to do with dating. Number 1, okay, so this is going to be the most important one, and honestly, if you do this correctly, I feel like you're going to skyrocket into the lesbian world. Look for friends. Why do I say this? Many times, mostly younger lesbians, bisexuals, LGBT, anybody in the LGBT community, anybody in any community, to be honest, are very, how do I put it, very fast-paced. They really want a relationship, and I've gone through that as well. Oh, I want a girlfriend, or I want somebody to love me, and this and that. It's a beautiful feeling. However, what I've learned from life is that when you look more for friends, the gay girls, the lovers, the F-buddies or whatever come around a lot easier because you're not putting so much expectation into dates or into going out and meeting people. You're not like, oh my god, I have to be in a relationship with this person, and you get all awkward and the dates are weird and you're so nervous and you can't even talk. When you just kind of are looking more for friends, it just becomes so much easier. Finding lovers and just homies or friends just becomes a lot funner too because there are no expectations. Tip number 2, have go-to questions. Now, I hear a lot and I've read a lot on these internet forums and all these people asking, oh, I'm so nervous, I don't know what to say, I turn shy, I turn this, I turn that. Yes, trust me, I used to be very shy when I was younger too. I think it's good to come out with at least, or kind of like memorize at least 2 or 3 questions that are very broad or vague. Is it broad? Very broad in a sense that you can ask them anything. You know, like where are you from? What do you do? What do you like to do? I like to ask kind of more complicated questions. Like one question that I like to ask, and give you guys an example, write this down and try it out, is if a girl likes music, you know, first you ask them, you know, do you like music? What kind of music do you like? You're leading up to a more interesting question that can actually you can get to know them better. The question that I ask is, you have one song, you walk into a room and one song plays behind you, it's blasting. What song is that? What is a song that represents you? First, it's a very deeper question. You're gonna have them think. And then whatever answer they say, y'all can start switching or giving each other music and kind of get to know each other a little more. So I think it's good to have those questions ready. They don't have to be super, like, don't try to memorize everything, but in case you guys are being awkward or weird or the date gets kind of quiet, even if it's online dating, if you're contacting someone, come up with creative questions to make yourself and the date a little spicier. You want to have fun on this date. You don't want to, you know, be really weird and awkward with things. Just ask lighthearted questions that can keep things moving on. imagine if I'm not looking at you while we're on a date. I would feel very strange, very awkward. And I know that a lot of these first dates, when you're meeting people, when you're meeting new girls, when a girl's very pretty, she intimidates you or whatever, it's very difficult to make eye contact with that person. However, it is critical, it is pivotal for you to actually make contact with the person that you are, going out with, because it kind of creates some rapport and it creates confidence in yourself to get deeper and to kind of learn about that person even more. So if you're out on a date and you're very nervous and try something out. Say to yourself, I'm going to stare at this person in the eye for 3 seconds. If it gets weird, it doesn't matter. That person's not going to kill you. They're not gonna, let's not, knock on wood. But they're not going, the worst they can do is be like, all right, I'm not interested in this, I'm out. But if you're having a really hard time to look at someone in the eyes, you need to practice this. And it doesn't have to be just with dating. It's normal human life things. Look at a person for 3 seconds in the eye. And if it gets weird, you guys could probably just laugh it off. Once you actually have that eye contact with that girl you're dating or you're on a date with, or a friend, or even a person that you're trying to talk to, you start creating more confidence in yourself and you can start connecting with the person a lot more. There's nothing weirder than you're on a date and you guys are, you don't even know what to look at, or you're too afraid to look at them in the face. If you can't look at them in the eye, look at her right there, right in the center of the head, on her forehead, her nose, whatever it is, but try to get as close to the eyes as possible, because the faster you get here, the more confident you're going to become. The more confident you become, the lot easier it is to go out there and find friends and lovers and romances and all this amazing stuff that you really want to get into. Eye contact, ladies. Number 4, flirting. Okay, so I see this a lot. I don't know if this is like a Gen Z thing or millennial thing, or it has anything to do with anything. It sounds like a lot of people are afraid to flirt, or they don't even know what flirting is anymore, because of the fear of, aside from rejection, because that's obvious, of being too aggressive or too like forth-putting. Now, obviously, and I hope this is obviously for you guys, if you're touching someone, then that's just a big no. But flirting, as we've seen in the normal life world, touching your hair, or the girl touching her hair, her earrings, licking her lips, looking at each other, looking up and down, smiling, giggling, all these things have to do with flirting. You need to flirt. Touch her very little bit, not on some boob things, but ha ha, you're so funny. Keep it very light, very minimal. But you're trying to show interest to this person, if you are interested in the person, by flirting. Don't feel like you're being too aggressive, like you're going to offend the person. And if you do, then maybe it's not meant to be. If ha ha ha, oh my god, what are you doing, then great. They just made it clear that they're not interested in you, and it's actually maybe better that they did that, so you can just move on to the next person that isn't so offended by that. I am not condoning you to non-consensually touch people, but flirting is like a back and forth of communication, of body language communication between one person and another, to show that they have interest in each other. So, if you're asking, may I touch you? May I flirt with you? I don't know if that's a new way of finding love or finding affection, but this is just the way that I've learned on my own end. Flirting is very, very interesting. And now let me give you a 4.5 tip when it comes to flirting: compliments. Now, if you want to really bedazzle a girl, what are you, like putting things on her? If you really want to dazzle a girl, use more complicated compliments. First, start out easy. If you need to practice this, I love your hair. Oh, I love your style. Oh, cool. Those compliments are great. But have you ever been complimented on the beauty of your structure? Oh my god, I love how sharp your jawline is. It's so riveting. Oh, I love how charming you are. Wow, you have such nice nice aroma. I love the way you express yourself, your thoughts, things like that are a lot more complicated that people don't really see. I like your gestures. I love how you say this every 5 minutes. It's really nice. I like how you use big words. When these compliments are a lot more specific, the person is like, whoa, because they've never heard compliments like that. You don't tell somebody, wow, I love the structure of your jawline. Oh, I love, you know, your elaborate vintage rings or whatever. I love how are you interested in writing? Because I see that you have an Edgar Allan Poe tattoo on your arm. Have you heard The Raven? You know, like, there's just so many ways that you can compliment someone in a much deeper, more personalized way. And when you do this, when you master this, it's going to be a lot more effective when you give these compliments to people. And it doesn't only have to be with dating. When you talk to people like this on a normal basis, you're going to make them feel like you really, really are interested in them. And I hope you are, because that's when you're going to start racking up so many friends and so many loved ones, because you actually have that genuine interest, that you're observing weird little things about somebody that not everybody sees. Think about it. Last and not least, number 5, ask to go out again. Now, if you guys are on a date or a friend date, as I said for number 1, you don't want to leave without, if you're actually interested in this person, you don't want to leave without knowing or without having that person go out with you again. If you're very interested in meeting them once more and seeing them again, take out my stone. Make sure that once you're done with the date, it doesn't have to be like, oh, do you want to go out with me again? No, it's basically, oh, I had such a good time. Are you free next week? I'd love to do this again. Now, what does this does? 2 options. Either A, oh my God, I would love to do this again. I might not be able to on blah, blah, blah day, but we can go do this. Or B, no, I'm sorry, I'm gonna be busy. A or B, there's nothing wrong with either of them. A, ding, 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 you got another date. She's interested in you. She wants to see you again. You guys see where that goes. You have passed. B, she's not interested in you in that way. You guys probably didn't click. She didn't really, you know, connect with you or whatever, and now you know from the get-go. You don't have to go home and think about it for 5 years and then text her and be like, oh, what are you doing? You already found out. Then there, let's keep it moving. You don't like me? Great, we can either stay friends, let's hang out as friends if that's cool with you. No, on to the next group of girls, batch of girls, or the next, you know, date. So these are the 5 tips, the 5 very elaborate tips that I have when it comes to dating. I have so much more insight. Again, take all of this advice or this consejos, this advice with a grain of salt, because a lot of these things have worked and haven't worked for me. Sometimes they're too much, sometimes they're too little. So you're gonna have to kind of basically try and see if it works for you. I didn't want to give you guys tips like be yourself and just put your best foot forward, because those are honestly, those tips, they're cute and they're nice, but they're not that elaborate. They don't really help out with actually dating and being on a dating scene. Again, I come from like a generation, I'm not 21 or 19 or 18, so I don't know if this might be too much for younger people. I'm not sure. So also keep that in mind when you're being elaborative, like you're elaboratively flirting and you're like 17 or something. I don't know how 17-year-olds react to this type of stuff. So again, sorry if that doesn't work out for you, but let me know if you guys use any of these tips, any of these strategies, because we're strategizing now, on below. And let me know if you guys want more tips on dating, or if you have any specific questions that I can probably look into and make a video of. I really want to help out with the gay community, the dating community. Again, I don't know how qualified I am, but you know, I think I can probably give a little bit of observances from what I've seen, from what I've lived, and you guys can use it for yourselves to live a happy, lovely rainbow life. So if you guys enjoyed this, make sure that you subscribe, click that subscribe button, tell your gay friends about me, por favor, and hit the like, comment below, say hi. I'm alive, guys, gone through it, so I hope that you guys are doing well. May you be blessed, and I will see you guys in the next video. Also, you can follow me on Instagram. Don't really go on there that much. TikTok either. I'm gonna be hopefully getting back into those things soon. Just have a lot on my plate right now, so please bear with me. But YouTube is where it's at, so make sure you subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Mwah. Ciao.